There are many different ways people end up becoming rich. Some paths require years of discipline and patience, while others rely heavily on luck, timing, or unusual circumstances. A few methods are predictable and slow, while others are chaotic and risky. Let's explore several possible paths to wealth that people often talk about, some realistic, some absurd, and some surprisingly common. 1. The inheritor. The easiest way to be rich is also the one you have absolutely no control over, being born into money. Some people enter the world already surrounded by wealth. Expensive homes, private schools, family investments, and connections are all part of the package from day one. They didn't grind for it or build it themselves. They simply inherited the advantages that come with a wealthy family. Of course, critics often argue that growing up with unlimited resources can create its own problems. Without challenges, some people struggle to develop motivation or a sense of purpose. When money has always been there, it can feel less meaningful. Still, it's difficult to feel too sorry for someone whose biggest existential crisis happens while they're relaxing at a luxury golf course or traveling the world. Even if life feels confusing, having financial security tends to soften the experience quite a bit. 2. The average worker. This is the most common path and the one most people follow. It begins with school, exams, and the pressure to perform well academically. After that comes college or university, often accompanied by student loans and part-time jobs. Many people start their careers with internships or entry-level positions that barely pay the bills. But over time, things improve. With experience comes promotions, higher salaries, and better financial stability. Slowly but steadily, savings begin to grow. The typical worker spends decades climbing the professional ladder. They might buy a house, contribute to retirement accounts, and take the occasional vacation with family. It's not the flashy lifestyle people imagine when they think of billionaires, but it creates something valuable: security. By the time retirement arrives, many people who followed this route have accumulated significant savings and assets. They may not own yachts or private jets, but they can live comfortably and support their families. It's the slow game, but it works. 3. The meme coin miracle. Now we enter the chaotic side of modern wealth. Imagine you're young and casually browsing the internet late at night when a friend sends you a message about a new cryptocurrency. The name is ridiculous, the concept is unclear, but you throw in a small amount of money just for fun. Weeks later, while scrolling through social media, you suddenly see posts claiming that the coin has exploded in value overnight. Curious, you check your account, and the tiny investment you completely forgot about has skyrocketed. What used to be pocket change is now worth millions. This kind of story sounds unbelievable, but during the crypto boom, events like this actually happened. People who bought random tokens early sometimes saw insane returns. Of course, for every lucky winner, thousands of others lost money chasing the same dream. 4. The entrepreneur. This path is built on persistence. Entrepreneurs often try many ideas before one finally works. They experiment with online stores, apps, services, and countless other business models. Most attempts fail. A clothing brand might launch and sell only a few items. A marketing agency might never get its first client. A startup idea might collapse before it even launches. But the key difference is that entrepreneurs keep going. They sacrifice stability and comfort. Instead of guaranteed paychecks, they deal with uncertainty and long nights of work. Many live cheaply, learning new skills and building projects with limited resources. Eventually, one idea sticks. Maybe it's a useful app, a clever product, or a platform that suddenly gains traction. Investors notice, companies make offers. Suddenly, years of struggle turn into a massive opportunity. The biggest reward for entrepreneurs isn't always the money, it's the freedom and the satisfaction of building something from nothing. 5. The online creator. In the age of social media, influence itself has become a business. Some people start by posting simple content online, short videos, lifestyle clips, commentary, or entertainment. At first, almost nobody watches. Friends and relatives might be the only audience. But consistency matters. Over time, the follower count grows. A few viral posts attract attention, and eventually brands begin reaching out for partnerships. Once that happens, income opportunities appear everywhere: sponsorships, merchandise, affiliate products, and advertising deals. Influencers can earn significant money simply by promoting products to their audiences. Sometimes the products are great, sometimes not so much. Either way, the internet has created a new type of career where attention itself becomes a valuable asset. 6. The disciplined saver. Another path to wealth is quiet, disciplined, and rarely talked about. Some people focus entirely on financial independence. They work consistently, live below their means, and save aggressively. Instead of spending money on luxury items or status symbols, they invest every extra dollar. Their lifestyle is simple, inexpensive food, modest housing, and careful budgeting. While others spend freely, they build investment portfolios that grow year after year. Stocks, index funds, and real estate gradually generate passive income. After 15 or 20 years of strict discipline, something interesting happens. Their investments begin covering most of their living expenses. At that point, they don't necessarily need to keep working. They may not live extravagant lives, but they have something many people dream about: freedom. 7. Becoming the best. Another reliable way to earn massive income is to become one of the best in the world at something. Professional athletes are a perfect example. Top players in popular sports earn enormous salaries, along with sponsorship deals and endorsements. The same principle applies in other fields too: music, entertainment, technology, gaming, or competitive activities. However, the size of the reward often depends on the size of the audience. A world-class basketball player can earn far more than a world-class player in a smaller sport, simply because the industry generates more money. Still, reaching the top of any field can create incredible opportunities. Final thoughts. There's no single path to wealth. Some people inherit it, others earn it slowly through steady careers, a few stumble upon it through luck or risky bets, and some create it by building businesses or mastering a skill. In reality, success often comes from a mix of opportunity, timing, effort, and persistence. The interesting part is that in today's world, more paths exist than ever before. The internet, technology, and global markets have opened doors that previous generations never had. The real question isn't whether wealth is possible, it's which path someone is willing to take.